Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to this week's vendor reset, the greatest on the interweb. It's August 13th, and today's vendor video will cover my top picks, hot ticket, interesting items, and must-buy gear for the week. Remember to show your support if you enjoy or find this video helpful. A simple like is all that it takes, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Righto champions, with all that said and done, let's get stuck into these vendors. Kicking things off this week, we're going to start at the countdown vendor where we've got the Baker's Dozen. Not a fan of it, so I'm going to skip it. We've also got the Carpenter chess piece. Again, I'm not a fan of it, I'm going to skip it. But if there's one piece that you buy at the countdown vendor this week, it's got to be the Apartment. This is a DZ exclusive gun. You can get them from name caches as well, but it is a little bit rare. But you don't need to worry about any of that because if you come to your countdown vendor all this week, you can pick it up for just 75 countdown credits. Now we're going to head on over to the Haven, and first up we've got Marco. We're going to have a quick look to see what he's got. Honestly, nothing here looks interesting at all. Moving on. Now we're going to pop in next door and see our old mate Roy, and hopefully he's got something worth picking up. There's a Negev with Frenzy, but nothing else is really happening. Killer Mask with Max Armor if you need it for your stat bank, but other than that, skip it. At the White House vendor, the named item is the Prophet Pistol. This one already comes with damage to targets out of cover on it. Quickly looking at the other items. Now, this is a fantastic must-buy item. We've got a Carbine 7 that's already got damage to targets out of cover, so you can just pick and choose whatever talent you want. I guess if you're into your rifles, this is a perfect chest piece for you. It's got weapon damage, weapon handling, and headshot. You can keep focus, or you can put Headhunter on it. Inside at our clan vendor this week, the named item is the Dare LMG. Not a fan, I'm going to skip it. We've got a Heartbreaker backpack that's got decent armor on it. Pretty awesome hotshot gloves, they've already got weapon damage and headshot damage. And a Foundry backpack, again, pretty solid armor. Got a light blue shotgun. This Wyvern Wear backpack's pretty good. Skill tier, skill damage, skill haste. So just pick whatever talent you like. And I mean, the Golden Knees and that Gila holster, you know, could be usable if you need it. Moving on. Over at the theater, we have the Tsunami shotgun. Perfect Pummel is amazing. All that you need to do with this is roll on damage to targets out of cover. We've also got a Thorn shotgun. And apart from that, it's all pretty average. Moving on. Now we're at the Castle Settlement and we have the Designated Hitter. Not a bad one on your healer builds, especially in PvE. But quickly looking at the other items, not much tickles my pickle, so moving on. At the Campus Settlement this week, we have the Brutus, probably one of the worst named items in the game. The Big Show, again, a terrible gun. Not much happening here, moving on. Now it's time for our Dark Zone vendors, and we're going to start at DZ West, where we've got the Emperor's Guard knee pads. Now, these aren't ideal, but weapon handling is still pretty awesome. Definitely pick these up if you need them. Quick squiz at everything else, it all looks pretty mediocre. Don't grab these Mirakamis, they're not the named version. Move on. Shooting on down to DZ South, we've got the Door Kicker's Knock, weapon damage, crit hit damage, and weapon handling. Not a fan of it, I'm going to skip it. The SIG MPX is okay. Born Great, no thanks. I mean, glancing at these other items, there's a few that might be usable, but these items all cost DZ resources, so unless you're really desperate for something, skip it, farm Countdown or the open world. And the last stop this week is going to be at DZ East, where we've got the White Death. Health damage and that talent don't really work, save your credits. I mean, the Stoner LMG is okay with Sadis, just roll on damage to armor, but everything else, I'd be skipping it. And unfortunately, champions, that's going to wrap it up for this week at the vendors. If you're interested in the daily targeted loot, it's on your screen now. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you're not already, make sure that you subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, shooting, and giving them hell, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.